2009 was seen as a year of transition for Gary Pinkel and the Missouri Tigers. Gone was the winningest senior class in school history, including a Big 12 best 6 NFL draft picks from a year ago. Among the losses were program-changing players such as Chase Daniel, Jeremy Macklin, and Chase Kaufman, among many others who helped Mizzou build a national profile. Just how would the Tigers deal with those losses? Given all that was gone, most pundits expected to see Mizzou take a big step back. Those inside the program did not share those same thoughts. Despite featuring the youngest team in the nation, with only 5 senior starters, the Tigers were determined to keep the program moving forward. They did just that by reaching 8 wins for only the 20th time in school history and playing in an MU record 5th consecutive bowl game. Along the way, we were treated to memorable wins against rivals, Illinois and Kansas, some thrilling come-from-behind victories, lots of unselfish team play, and many incredible individual efforts.
Little up, now pumps, now throws, left sideline, Perry, caught, touchdown Missouri.
I'm Mike Kelly, the voice of the Tigers. Please join me for a look back at the 2009 Mizzou football season. Once again, it started with the arch rivalry showdown in St. Louis against the Illinois Fighting Illini. Illinois came into the game as a solid favorite, given the return of star quarterback Juice Williams and receiver Aurelius Ben. But it was the Tigers' passing tandem of Blaine Gabbert and Wes Kemp who stole the show.
Rifles right sideline, Kemp open at the 30, stumbling across the 20 to the 15 to the 5 to the house. Wes Kemp with his first touchdown of his college career.
The young Tigers never let up, and they walked off the Edward Jones Dome field with a 37-9 victory and alerted the nation that this team would be one to be reckoned with. With Tiger Nation abuzz over the resounding win against the Illini, most expected Mizzou to have a leisurely stroll at home in its Faurot Field debut against the Bowling Green Falcons. Bowling Green had other designs and pushed the Tigers hard until a late comeback was led by Blaine Gabbert and a stingy defense. Despite the scare, the young Tigers found a way to win on a night where they didn't play their best. 27-20 the final score as Missouri improved to 2-0. After cruising to a 52-12 victory over Furman of the football championship subdivision in Week 3, the Tigers faced their first true road test of the young season at dangerous Nevada. The Wolfpack featured the nation's top rushing offense and a big run-pass threat in quarterback Colin Kaepernick, and had plenty of motivation following Mizzou's 69-17 win in Columbia the year before. In a rare Friday night game, which featured several lead changes in the first half, senior wideout Denario Alexander had a breakout performance that helped the Tigers take control.
By Alexander, breaks a tackle. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Missouri.
When the dust settled, Mizzou flew back to Columbia, a perfect 4-0. A daunting 3-game stretch loomed on the schedule as the Tigers faced a trio of ranked opponents in consecutive weeks. The first was a home game against Nebraska, played in a torrential downpour in Columbia on a Thursday night. Despite the weather conditions and a severely sprained ankle suffered by Gabbert, Mizzou made plays to take a 12-0 lead into the fourth quarter.
To the right is the quarterback lead, now being hit, throws it up for grabs, open McNeil, touchdown Nebraska.
But the decisive fourth quarter was all Nebraska as the Tigers fell victim to a Cornhusker rally that saw Nebraska win 27-12. The next 2 weeks would go the way of Oklahoma State and Texas. Mizzou put up big plays in the first half at Stillwater, but couldn't keep pace as OSU pulled away for a 33-17 win. The Tigers next played host to number 3 Texas for MU's 2009 homecoming celebration. The Longhorns saw to it, however, that there would be no celebrating on their account. Texas cruised 41-7 to drop Missouri to 4-3 on the season. Facing a crossroads in the season, Gary Pinkel's young Tigers needed to get back in the win column. Their next test would be in the Flatiron Mountains of Colorado. Mizzou showed early it was ready to roll.
Running left, Washington breaks a tackle at the 1. Touchdown, Missouri.
After the last defensive stand, capped by Alden Smith's third sack of the day, Mizzou ran out the clock to seal a 36-17 win. Returning home to face Baylor, the Tigers had a huge performance from its aerial tandem of Denario Alexander and Blaine Gabbert, who had 214 yards receiving and 468 yards passing, respectively.
Alexander breaks a tackle, he may go, being chased across midfield to the Baylor 40, to the 30, the 20, the 10, the house.
But in the end, Baylor's offense was even better. The Bears surprised Mizzou by escaping Columbia with a 40-32 win. Standing at 5-4 overall and 1-4 in the Big 12, it was time for the Tigers to make some hay. The challenge began in Manhattan, Kansas, where the going has been tough for Mizzou in recent years. Denario Alexander saw to it himself that there would be no more losing streaks. Alexander ended his day with a school record-tying 3 touchdowns and 200 receiving yards, which made him the first Tiger to have 200-yard outings in consecutive games. More importantly, Mizzou became bowl eligible for the 5th straight season, thanks to a solid 38-12 victory. The home finale awaited next, and with it came Senior Day, always an emotional moment for Gary Pinkel. The Tigers scored early, but the Cyclones showed that they were ready to rumble.
Pitch it to Robinson. He wants to throw it. Lost it into the end zone for Williams.
Trailing 17-10 at the half, 2 big plays by the Tiger passing game helped MU regain control.
To the 30, to the 25, he's going to go 15, 10, 5, house.
After Iowa State used some trickery to tie the game at 24 apiece to end the third quarter.
Caught by Houghton running right side into the end zone. Touchdown Cyclones.
Mizzou dominated on both sides of the ball in the final period to pull away.
Sideline intended for Hamilton, overthrows him, intercepted by Missouri's Jasper Simmons.
The 34-24 win improved the Tigers to 7-4. With the Big 12 North Division title out of reach, the Tigers set their sights on rival Kansas to end the regular season. Playing in Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium, the game was a classic back-and-forth affair, with both teams coming out swinging.
25 ball comes free, pick up by Geddes, running left sideline to the 10, fighting for yards, brought down inside the 5.
Trailing 21-13 at the half, the Tigers got their offense in high gear in the third quarter, while the defense was in on some big plays as well.
Pattern Briscoe to the 40, to the 35, hit at the 30, runs over Geddes, loses the football, covered by Missouri. The Tigers have it at the 27-yard line.
But KU wasn't done, as the Jayhawks took a 39-36 lead on a field goal with over 5 minutes to play. Things looked pretty grim for Mizzou after it was forced to punt the ball away with 3 minutes left. That is until one of the bigger defensive stands of the season set up a Tiger rally that will be remembered for the ages.
Washington gets a seam to the 45, spinning, has the first down to the 40-yard line in a one-point game, 39-38 KU. Bubble screen Alexander to the 40, to the 35. Gabbert takes the snap. Washington running up the middle, angling left now, has the first down, breaks a tackle, running to the right side, gets a seam to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, running to the 5, and he's finally brought down for the win here in Arrowhead. And to hand Kansas its 7th consecutive loss. Good snap, good place. Kick is up, and it is a Missouri winner.
Russell's game winner from 27 yards out gave the Tigers a 41-39 win. At 8-4 on the season, Missouri accepted a bid to play in the Texas Bowl on December the 31st against the Midshipmen of Navy. Most college football experts picked Mizzou to claim its 3rd straight bowl game victory, but Navy proved to be a tough draw for Missouri. But it didn't look that way early.
Screen left, Alexander, running room to the 45, midfield, cuts it inside to the Navy 40, middle of the field to the 30, running room 20, 10, 5, house, touchdown.
The Midshipmen, led by dual-threat quarterback Ricky Dobbs, gained control with their deceptive ground attack. Navy's underrated defense held MU in check, and the Midshipmen closed the game with a pair of touchdowns to post a 35-13 victory. It was a tough way to end things, but the Tigers walked off the field, knowing that they had exceeded the expectations of most outsiders entering the season. That would have to suffice on what ended up as an 8-5 season. The 2009 Missouri Tiger football season began with a lot of unknowns. One of the youngest teams in the nation had to grow up fast to be competitive in the rugged Big 12 Conference. Despite being the youngest team in the nation, Gary Pinkel's Tigers did just that, navigating the ups and downs to win 8 games and reach a program record 5th consecutive bowl game. Rival wins over Illinois and Kansas highlighted the year, as did a crucial 3-game winning streak down the stretch to secure a winning season. Along the way, Tiger fans were able to watch the record-setting achievements of Denario Alexander, who shattered virtually every Mizzou receiving record in the books, ending with 113 receptions for 14 touchdowns and an NCAA-leading 1,781 yards. He became only the second Tiger in history to lead the nation in receiving and was a first-team All-American. Sophomore place kicker Grant Russell emerged before the season to win the kicking job and promptly went on to have a record-breaking season. The Jackson, Missouri native made 25 of 26 field goals and all 39 PAT attempts, good for an amazing combined kicking mark of 64 of 65. His field goal percentage of 96.3% broke an NCAA season record for those with a minimum of 20 makes. Senior linebacker Sean Weatherspoon helped set the tone for the year with his fiery leadership in the offseason. He leaves ranked as the number 3 tackler of all time at Mizzou, along with the satisfaction of knowing that his senior class is now the winningest in school history. Redshirt freshman defensive end Alden Smith won the Big 12 Defensive Newcomer of the Year award for his monster season, which included an MU season record of 11.5 quarterback sacks. Other seniors, such as Jared Perry, Curtis Gregory, and Jerron Baston, helped pave the way for unprecedented success for the Tigers and the joy for Tiger Nation. They will certainly be missed, but the future looks very bright in Columbia as a host of proven stars return for the 2010 season, when the Tigers will look to reclaim the top spot in the Big 12 North. Until then, thank you for joining us for a look back at the 2009 MU football season. I'm Mike Kelly, the voice of the Tigers, wishing you the best from all of us at Mizzou.